You know what? I've been talking this whole time. I've been talking this whole time. Nobody even heard me. So
Well, you
I
go. I ain't
I
hear a
know.
thing.
I know. I fucking hate this mute button. Fuck it. I had doorbell ring. You came up. Doesn't matter. What's going on, Timmy?
Oh, we into it. What's up? What's up, Cameshia?
Yes, we are. What I said was in the introduction, I said, Jamie, no, I said the Tylers really have been a big support since I've been doing this show, talking about it and everything. And I support them 100%. They like family to me. So I call them the king and queen of DC. I do. Just like I call Lee the queen, young queen of DC. I call y'all the king and queen, y'all the mom and dad king of DC. And so if I'm going on DC, if I'm traveling down there, I'm calling y'all immediately before I even come down there. Like real talk. Because I don't know nothing about DC, but I know y'all
Yep.
do.
You calling the right people?
Period. So,
Sure.
sir, everybody and their mama, including y'all, apparently, have been talking about this whole thing going on for a year. We had to wait. So, first, one thing I want you to clear up because the whole thing is they're blaming y'all, they're blaming Carlos, and I know if it's not the correct information. So, please, if you can tell us what's going on.
So I could tell you, everybody on our side is just as mad as the fans. We had very little communication with Kingdom Reign, but the little communication I had, it was told to me that it was a own situation. And it was above them, and we just gotta wait. So
Wow.
I know Carlos caught hell, we caught hell, but at the end of the day, OWN writes the checks, and that's who made
Mm.
the decision. So take all that energy to OWN. Leave Carlos alone.
Okay, so going forward, y'all, back up for Carlos and the cast because they all in
Yeah,
the same position. They want to know what's happening.
everybody.
So, apparently, I guess we all figured out January is the date for the show. Now, a lot of the things that a lot of people are talking about, of course, I know that Miss Ashley made a post on Instagram. I know there's been some bloggers who've made posts, but it seems like that it's a storm brewing, but it's almost like it's an old storm. I want to say because we haven't talked. It's been a year since we've seen anything. Your position, how do you feel about it? Because you guys have already seen it, obviously, but it's going to bring up old feelings. How do you feel going into this?
I mean, me personally, because I know what I saw and I know what was filmed. I'm cool with however long it take. I'm the probably one of the only ones you see more vocal on Twitter and Instagram, still supporting the show, and that's because I know what was filmed of me and my life at that time is going to be powerful and it's going to be meaningful and it'll explain a lot more about me. So I'm gonna support the show 110%. I don't care when it come on. It's I have some great scenes and episodes on this next go round.
Oh, I'm looking forward to that because one of the last things that you and I discussed was a lot of people wanted to see more of you, wanted to see more of your background. That was one of the things I got, even in my comments. People were saying, I really want to see more of Jamie's background, and I'm really looking forward to that. So, with all the mess that's been going on, going into this season, I'm asking because it's going to get messy. It's very obvious. Y'all been putting tweets out, but y'all been kind of chill. Ashley been putting tweets out with fire bombs about the show. How are you feeling about it? Because even though you're supporting the show and you're supporting everything, um, does it put you in a crazy position because your wife is also involved in a little bit of the stuff going on, the queen? Does it put you in a horrible position, or do you just take it in stride?
Well, you know the old saying, a hit dog or holler, right?
Period.
Okay, so who's doing all the barking and who's not? I mean,
Oh.
my thing is this. You've been covering reality TV. I'm still a rookie in it. Everybody knows production is going to show what's best for entertainment. It's
Yep.
serious. They're going to show entertainment. Every scene is not going to make that little 45-minute window. We all know that. And it's what,
Hmm.
11 episodes. So they got to crunch those scenes into what's going to be the best product when it come on.
Yes.
With that being said, we all could complain about positive scenes, emotional scenes that we did that didn't make the table, but it is what it is. You signed up for this 2 years ago, so there's no need to complain 2 years later. I
Mm.
feel like she showed who she was. She been showing who she was, and they put on what she gave them. Period. That's what she gave them. I was around some of that, and I was like, "Is this for TV or is this really who you are?" And according to her tweets, she's the most realest bit on the th on the show, and the realest, and the Tyler's acting, and we faking, and this and that and the third. But then own your shit. Don't try to get ahead of it now before it come on. Own it. You said it. Own it.
Because a lot's about to come out with the show, so you're thinking
Yeah.
that she's okay. I get what you're saying. Wow.
Yeah, like just own it. You know what you said. You felt how you felt back then. I don't care how long the break been. That's how you felt when them cameras turned on. And here we are, 9 months later, 10 months later, whatever. And they gonna watch it. And I've seen it, and my mouth was open watching it, like wow.
Oh
Okay.
wow. Well,
So
some of
if you,
this. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead.
and I was just gonna say, you'll notice if you notice all my episodes prior to What's Great Come On. I felt like I took the high road when I could have been shady to my cast.
Okay.
And you'll notice when this come on, I'm not doing it no more. I'm not worrying about nobody's feelings. I'm saying what I got. I'm saying how I feel, and it is what it is. They feel how they
Mm.
feel because I watched part one and I was like, okay, so this is how we moving forward, and it is what it is.
So you got the real. So there was a statement that, well, one of her things, I guess she said something about the men saying something to women. There's not many of y'all on there. So I'm like, what you talking about saying something to other women on the show? Like, I've never heard you say anything like, in social media or even on interview with me or anybody else that you just drag into women that's on the show. I never heard you say it. So I was like, who is she referring to?
I mean, she's talking about. So she got an assistant that lives with them, or used to. I don't know. And she sits on Twitter and just talks shit all day long about whoever talk about the Silvers. If you mention them, she right on your ass. Blah, 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 blah. So I watched her all season long take shots at me, Lil Jamie, Raina. And, when I respond, I'm the bad guy. So I respond. I told her, like, Karen, chill out. Like, you're doing too much. Like, when the cast go back and forth during the show, we understand that's what gets the bloggers and the viewers,
Right.
they watching us go back and forth.
Mm-hmm.
But
Yes.
this
Yes.
little young girl will get at us like it gets personal. And it's like, little girl, like chill. I know you personally, like chill out. But she keep doing it. And then when I respond, I'm the bad guy. And that's my thing with them. It's cool when they do it, but it's a problem when I do it. And that's what she talking about. And she said Quick would never do this with the women. The women don't bother Quick. She bothers the men.
Mm.
She bothers me. She bothers Clifton. She bothers her own husband. He don't respond to her anyway. So why would he respond to my wife and Joy, who don't even mention his name ever? So that don't even make sense. But she know exactly why I responded to that little girl. And she ain't like what I said. So it blew up. And she's told people in the DMV she don't like me because of what I said to this girl. And she'll
Oh
keep.
wow.
Yeah, it's no secret. I told the little girl because the little girl was confiding in Brittany the business going on in their household. And of course, Brittany told us.
Of course you did. Yes, of
I
course you
was just
would.
like, little girl, like, chill for you be homeless. Like, for I tell your guardians, like, the shit you saying. Like, you throwing them under the bus to my daughter. And I was like, just chill out. And how dare you talk to her? She's a shy girl, 20-something years old. She ain't no child. And she talk more shit than anybody on the internet. So I
Wow.
just I just had enough. I was like, quick, only do this with little Jamie. And that I just always got something to say. And it was just like enough was enough.
So I saw somebody posted, I'm not sure, they said that the show, because to me, Detroit's getting a bad rap right now. They have been. But to me, when DC came out, you guys were number one. Y'all was killing even Huntsville that first season. I mean, the numbers are there, it's no lie. So it's a very popular show. But what I want to ask you is because I know Huntsville, they've known each other for a long time, the couples on the show. Someone said with DC is different because y'all don't know each other. Like how Joy and Clifton were thrown in. Like I know Clifton, you guys are friends. I know that. Me myself, I've been knew that. But I'm saying other people like say, okay, are they friends in real life? Is that why they're having this problems or whatever? And I'm like, I'm gonna ask him that because that don't mean anything necessarily. You know what I'm saying? But what do you think about that? That's why they're
Well,
comparing the two
I
shows.
mean, like I've been on interviews. I've known Quick since the 2000s. Like
Mm,
he been DJing my parties for over 14, 15 years. So his wife, of course, we knew her when we saw her at the club, but we didn't hang
right.
with the. We never talked on the phone other than business. And then he got to a level where you didn't even do that. You talk to a manager and you book him. So I've known
Oh
him for
wow.
years, but we didn't go to each other's house. No. Joy
Okay.
and Clifton was attending my events. I've been throwing parties 20 some years. He
Right.
was coming to my events and I didn't know it, but he knew who I was. So he had
Mm.
reached out to me before the show on Instagram to tell me congratulations. You know, I'm about to do Ready to Love. Don't say nothing. Like we've chatted, but no, we didn't hang out. Enjoy and Raina just hit it off. Once they connected, it was what it was. They
Oh,
had good.
organic connection. Gotcha. That does happen. People don't realize that organic connections do happen. And even on short term, I met people I've known for a short term and have genuine connections. Even people I've interviewed, when I interviewed you and Arena, it was a organic connection, like from the first interview, because you already know somebody was trying to sabotage me, and you told me about it. And I tell this story often. I said, "This man know me from a can of paint. This is our first time actually talking through the DMs." And he told me this. He didn't have to. That means he saw in me who I was, and I've always respected you for that, Jamie. You don't know. I told this story to many. I have my mentees. I've told them this story. Cast members will tell you the real, sometimes overproduction. You just have to get that relationship. And so I've always told that story about how meeting you, that's how I knew you was 100% genuine. That's something you could have kept to yourself. Other cast members told me that's something he didn't have to tell you. He could did the interview, not did the interview, and you would never know why, which is messed up. So that's something I'm always going to tell you and shout you out about because I respect it. I do. So that's why I wanted to have you on my platform. I look at you as a genuine person. And I feel like it's probably going to get ugly when the season starts. And, of course, as she is speaking out and saying things she said about the show, but people are looking at you guys like, well, what actually happened? Because when I saw Carmen in the preview, once again, I'll be transparent. I knew it because, me and Carmen talk and me and her talk the last season. So the dynamic with Carmen being added, is it a good thing or a bad thing? Because I'm trying to figure out, like, this is all new. I know all this DC, but it's just a lot.
I think Carmen's stuff is strictly with the women and Clifton and Joy. Like, I got caught in it because Raina had an opinion of what she was seeing online and how she felt, and then it triggered past stuff in our
Right.
relationship. So that's where I stand with Carmen. You know, we got scenes where we gotta address what it
Some
looked like.
things.
I talked
Hmm.
to Clifton about it. He said his piece on it, and I left it alone because, like I said to my wife, like I've been in that position where I'm looking at pictures online and it don't look right, and then when I bring it up to you, you like, not, you tripping, mind your
Right.
business.
Right.
So
Right.
then I said the same thing to her. She flipped off, like, so that's where you see us kind of
Hmm.
like us going back and forth.
But you already said for years your wife is a G. You've always said that for years, and you say you waiting for us to, to see because I know I fought this season with Arena, because people look at her, Arena, she's really sweet. She's a queen. She handles herself this type of way. But I always say this: people can only take so much of something that if they have to set it off, don't be surprised because everybody's human. So I feel like this season, Raina's gonna be coming through with the pound, pound, pound. Just by watching the preview, I'm like, oh man, I gotta
That's,
feel this for a different side.
but let me tell you, somebody that's known her for 3 decades. Raina went to inner high public school and grew up in the inner city, Washington D.C. And she ain't no chump by no means, and don't take no shit from nobody. And because we're still classy adults and the
Hmm.
oldest of all these people, we're gonna behave a certain way on national TV, obviously. But yeah, when you take us across the street, we can get across the street too, and you'll see that as this part come back on. And the same with me. I really don't have a middle. I said it in confessional. I really don't have a middle. So I'm a laugh off the bullshit, or I'm gonna turn up all the way to where everything will be where we at today. Like we don't rock with each other no more. It's a wrap. And I ain't really the type that's gonna circle back either. Once you cross me, you killed yourself with me. Raina may have a change of heart somehow. I don't know, but
Right.
me.
So I just trying to figure out because y'all have another season. I'm assuming coming up. How can you have another season? Just being realistic, if y'all not even talking. I'm just being honest. I know the year thing. I get the whole thing,
That's a,
but after this,
that's a great question. And word on the grapevine is that one couple ain't coming back, which is fine with us. I say replace them and keep the party going.
wow.
Yeah. And if that is wrong and they decide, it'll probably be another 10, 20 episodes of what you about to see because I already know what y'all gonna see. I don't
Mhm.
want to spoil it, but
Right. Of course, I don't just believe it. Yeah. Yeah.
it's just some things that was said that you crossed the line. Like we agreed on day one, like don't attack people marriages. You don't talk about people kids, and that line been crossed since Monique left, and some of that shit I just ain't gonna never forget.
Well, I will admit that, that I've told you that I've been transparent to everybody. You know I am. And that when we talked on the panel, some of us, we had some of the issues when it came to how we saw with your son. And I've said this. He's like my nephew. I look at him like, so when there was some things that were said, we was like, why are they coming at, Jamie? So we did as a panel, my panel did, I'm not speaking for anybody else. We saw some cracks there, was wondering why. Because I feel like for me, if I'm going to get into it with somebody, which I have 1,000 times, I will probably again tomorrow. But don't play with the kids, family. If I'm coming at you, I'm coming at you. I'm dragging you. Period. I'm not gonna have anything to do with anybody behind you because they ain't got nothing to do with me. And I get into it, people. So I can say this with confidence. I've done this. So I understand what you're saying. I'm gonna come at you, cool, but don't bring up my kids or my mom or anything. Don't have nothing to do with that. Don't touch that because once that happens, I'm probably done with that person. And I've done that before recently. I'm cutting you off. I got nothing to do with you, and I probably ain't going back. Whether my things is wrong or not, we have a lot of similar opinions about that. I get crossed away, Jamie. It's a wrap for me. I'm done.
Yeah.
I'm so done.
I mean, I literally saw that and was like, first of all, you met my son on TV, and you speaking on his childhood as a teenager. He's 27 now. Like, you got enough stories where you talked about all the shit you did as a child. And like he said, which you'll see when it come on, talk about yourself. Like, use yourself as an example for your son. You don't got to bring up Lil James. Lil James know he had challenges as a teenager. He's 27 now. And he don't want to look on national TV and hear somebody who he idolized as a celebrity in his brain. And he like, damn, why you talking about me? Like, he could have just used his own self like he been doing. He has no problem telling his story of what he went through as a child in Baltimore.
No, but I 100% agree with you about that. As far as that's something that we didn't like either. We didn't understand that part. That was because look at little Jamie. If I had did something when I was younger, I would not want to see that on TV. I wouldn't. So 100, and that's like a reliving a trauma. You're trying to get over, trying to move on, trying to grow. It's almost like y'all won't let me live. Y'all won't let me grow. You know what I'm saying? I can't imagine being in his head having to relive it every day. So I agree with that. I'm not gonna lie, I do. I didn't like it last year, and so I'm just saying it here. I did not like it. He's 27. That man's almost 30 years old. Jesus Christ, he could have babies and all kind of things going on. The kids, he ain't want his kids to see all that. Just being honest, that man is at a time where he may fall in love and have a baby and get married and start his own family. He's not a teenager. So I do agree with you with that. I mean, you as a father, I think you handle it very well. I don't know how I would handle it with stuff with my kids.
Oh,
So
that's
that's
not.
why.
That's
Uh
that whole situation. Get ready to come back on. You gonna see how
huh.
it played out. Like, I mean, it was real time. We were filming when it came on in real time, And if you remember, he reacted on Twitter and Instagram and all that. So it had to be addressed on part two, and we addressed it. Of course, it's edited. It was a it was a blowout, but you know they put what they wanted in the scene, and you'll see it soon. That's definitely gonna get addressed.
I'm probably gonna have Jamie come on because I want Jamie. You know, I really do think Jamie has a voice. He's quiet, but he's a strong dude. You can just tell, and he's been through a lot. And I'm sure other kids probably follow, and probably he's helped a lot of kids that he don't even know. But I also want him to grow from this and not be this Jamie narrative. Oh, this the kid that had a rough time. This is not a kid anymore. He's grown. So I do want to see a change in that because I think he deserves it. He's worked hard to get here. Why do we gotta keep reliving it? That should not be a storyline, in my opinion. I'm 100% on your page on with that. But I want to hear from him too because I really feel like he has probably a lot to say. From what you're saying and what the scenes I saw, it's gonna be a lot that we don't see. It's gonna be on the cutting room floor. So I'm gonna have my nephew come on here and talk because I really want to hear his story from
Yeah,
him.
he has
You
no
know,
problem speaking on that issue. Like he was very vocal in that scene. I wish they could have showed it all. Fourth wall was broken again by you know who.
hmm
Of course, they cut that out, but it's just y'all in for. I mean, I know it's great TV, as they say. It's gonna be great TV, but a lot of real relationships were tarnished from a lot of that behavior y'all gonna see.
and even your face alone now, just you just look like it's just you look drained. Not like just from talking about this. Like I know you look forward to seeing your stuff, but I'm pretty sure you're not looking forward to seeing the stuff like with Jamie and then Arena. Because for everybody gonna see you having to be in the house, that your position, because you are a protector, is very obvious of your family, and there's only so much you can do. So how do you feel about that? Because you just look like you just your face. It's just I feel it.
I think it's just because a lot of this, which y'all gonna see, could have been avoided. Like we were pleading with the Silvers to like we gotta move on. Like, you can't drag a beef out for 3 months, and they refuse. They refuse to move on. And of course, production like have a conversation, have a conversation. I'm like, bruh, this shit a waste of time at this point. Like they're stuck in their ways and how they feel. This side stuck in how they feel. What do you want me to do? Well, y'all ain't gonna have no show, and I'm like, well, I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you because right now these two sides don't give a fuck about each other, and it is
Mm.
what it is. But me and Raina in the middle because we okay with this side and we cool with this side, and we sitting right in the middle of the bullshit.
Y'all probably getting blamed for it too, because y'all in the middle. They want y'all to make a choice, which is not fair either. There's no way you can make a choice or decision like that.
I ain't gonna say we got blamed, but we got clown for doing our job, talking on both sides, and that's why I say y'all like the hate and jealousy coming from over on that silver side is so crazy. It's like it's every episode. It just don't stop. The lies, the delusional shit, and then you'll see
Damn.
why I feel like I feel. That's why that was the other 50% where I was like, please bring this shit back because I see this shit on Twitter and I see the slick comments and I'm like, I know what they going to see and they going to
And you've been
destroy
quiet too. Jamie, you've been
because
quiet.
and it's because you arguing with them is pointless. Like he not gonna never disagree with her ever. When he watched this shit and she dead wrong. He dead wrong on some shit y'all gonna see. And I'm literally telling him like, bruh, you gonna look crazy when this shit come on. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. And I'm like, as soon as they released them episodes, it was like, I told you, I told you that shit was a lie. And now you see on national TV, you really look like a weak husband. And I just couldn't wait till y'all till they announced it. Please put this shit
Mm.
on.
Mm. It's gonna be, it's for me. It's like, damn. Everybody knew something was going on. I knew something was going on. I just didn't talk about it. You know me. I don't. I respect y'all. I'm just not gonna come out and say, "Oh, I didn't do none of that." I waited. And then after they said it come out a year, I said, I'm gonna talk to him. I said, because what's gonna happen with the show? How do you have a couple? The show origin is here. Monique, them they left. So do you have them and then the new couple? But if y'all not even talking, y'all were the main ones who started it before Jordan even came. How can you have a show? I'm just,
Replace
you
them.
know,
It's simple. Get rid of them. My thing is
okay.
this. I got 5 stories. I got my family plus Mama T. Like we can rock out because it's a lot of scenes that were left on the table just in my family that was better than some of the shit I seen.
Oh
I did
wow.
a whole colonoscopy scene, the last one, and it didn't make TV. And I was like, I went through hoops and hurdles to get that even approved.
Right,
And
but the doctor, you're right about that. You're
getting
right.
the calendar right, the filming, it was a lot. And then it didn't even make it. Because why? It was no drama. It was a solid scene that men and women across the world should probably see a man
Yes.
50 years old at the time taking care of his body and taking his health serious.
It's funny you say that because even when I was trying to record myself, 'cause I'm going through a lot with my knee, and so I'm trying to record that journey. So I know what you're saying because talking to the doctors and trying to get a permission to record with me, just a blogger, is talking about myself. It was a struggle. I could only get a very small footage. Legally they would not let me do this and that. So when you say that, I 100% understand what you're saying. That was a waste of a scene and waste of
Yes.
time.
Imagine a production company with all the shit that come with filming a scene in the room with me. Cameras, microphones, producers. They out in the hall. They got the whole hallway jammed up with shit, and then none of that made
Oh
TV. And
wow. And that,
I was pretty vocal to my producer, like, bro, that shit ain't even make this show. I don't have nothing to do with that. I said, yeah. So I get it. We all feel like that, but at the end of the day, it's own choice. So we move on and we keep rocking. You don't sit on Twitter and say, I did all this positive shit and they didn't show it. Okay, that happened to all of us. So what? But you did a whole lot of negative shit that's entertainment for viewers. That's what they gonna show. Just like
that
they
is
jumped on
that's true.
my season 1 when everybody was jumping on me for my
Oh yeah.
talking about Jason won't be all that shit. Like you don't think that was all we talked about? You don't think we moved on and it was resolved? No, yeah we did. That whole dinner table scene was ours. We laughed. We was playing. He was cutting up. Y'all don't see that. Y'all gonna
Right.
see me cutting up because that's what they chose to show. And guess what I had to do? Deal with it.
Yeah.
The backlash, all that shit, and we move on. That's why in this reality TV world, you got another day to make it right. And I feel like as my little journey has been going, I said I'm not playing I'm not playing with the bullshit no more. You gonna get me 100% authentic. If I'm gonna turn up, I'm gonna fucking turn up. If I don't feel like it, I'm not doing it. So don't keep asking me to react to shit because I don't care. I'm gonna tell you I don't care. So stop asking me to do it. And that's what you see as I go. You see a lot more of my personality, how I really am.
But even now, Jamie, just like you give zero fucks. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not even being like fun. I'm just, I know I can talk to you like, straight up. I'm saying just like you give zero. Like, you know what I'm saying? I've interviewed you like how many times, and you have the same way you always are, but I could just tell like you and like I'm not. I'm gonna do whatever. I'm gonna do me. It is what it is. And do you feel like you were pushed that way because you were being nice for a long time, and it's just like, for what? Why should I do it? Is that how you feel? I'm not trying to.
I, I could tell you this: season 1, Monique, Raina, and Ashley would gang up on me off camera and say, I'm coming for you. I'm gonna kick with you. They would just talk shit. You need to react. You're not reacting. You're not getting in the concept because I don't care. This is y'all shit. Y'all make the show high. Let me just mind my business. I'm still working. I don't need to be with all this crazy shit. So, of course, after so many times, you keep getting hearing this in your ear. All right, fuck it. Now I'm about to turn up. So then you see me reacting to shit, and then that's what they showed, and they was like, Jamie's mean, he's beating his wife, and da da da. And I'm like, what? Where did that come from? So
Oh wow.
I said, all right, cool. So season 2, I was retired, and I was like, cool, I'm not doing that shit no more. If I want to get him right in the ass, I'm gonna do it. If I don't, I'm not doing
You just gonna do you, period. Damn,
it.
the evolutionary of Jamie Tyler on the
Hey, I
show.
mean, I mean,
Okay?
because like I said, I didn't. I didn't even watch reality TV until I started getting, asked to be a part of it. So now
Hmm.
I understand it so much better now. Trust me, since
Oh,
season
I'm sure
one.
you do.
And I know when I used to sit in confessionals, I will always keep in my mind, don't ruin marriages, don't talk about kids, don't ruin friendships. So I would say I could probably be real asshole right here, but I ain't never do it. But then when you watching it on TV and you see your cast throwing you under the bus, saying you got drinking when you start drinking and you drinking and this, and I'm like, now I know damn well y'all know I wasn't even drinking in that scene. But you said, however you want to blame it on editing, you could do all that, but you said it out your mouth. Wherever they put it, it's on them. I don't care, but you said it. But then you want to tell me you know how editing is. I wasn't taught. I'm like, you said it on.
Wow.
It was made mention that Jamie, when he drinking, this how he act. And
Yes.
I'm like, I wasn't even drunk, and everybody know what really happened. So now moving forward, I just say how I feel, 1,000%, and I don't care who like it.
You were the bad guy, Jamie. Let's be clear. You were the bad guy the first season.
Yeah, I know.
Most of my most of my first 3 or 4 panels, I can go back and play them. We spoke about you, but I always used to always say, y'all know editing. Y'all know editing. There's things that we're not seeing. I said it even back then. I just always know. I'm gonna talk about what I see on screen. I'm more gonna do it as a blogger because the
It's
fans are
time.
gonna watch it. But it's just the speech that we know we're not seeing. I know that from being in this business, but a lot of people who watch it don't know. They say whatever's on the screen is face value, and they
And they
judge
do.
y'all like that hard.
Absolutely, they do. And that's why I said, moving forward, even this first half y'all just watched, like I was like, I'm gonna say what I feel like saying, and I ain't gonna give them too much room to, chop me up. Even, and I'll be honest, on the second half, I was deliberately going in every chance I got, and a lot of that didn't even make it. I was like, "Where's the part?" When I said, "Oh, you saw a little clip," when I was like, "Where's your husband?" I was like,
Mm-hmm.
"What, the wife in here acting like a
Mm-hmm.
damn fool?" Like,
Mm-hmm.
I'm glad they left that because I really was going in on that because that whole scene didn't make no sense, and I was like, everybody worrying about what Jamie did, why he didn't do this, why he didn't do that. No, where was your ass? You should have been there. Period.
Jamie, do you understand?
Always
Just
gone. Always gone. Gotta go. Gotta go. You
oh
understand?
yeah, yeah. I mean, that's that actually was something so a lot. So it's not like a lot.
Yeah. And that's what I
Uh,
said. You want to
just
keep
being
on
honest.
talking about me and this and how I father my kids and all these little shots you taking me.
Mm-hmm.
Where
Mm-hmm.
was your ass? Why are you always gone? And then this girl in there with us cutting the fuck up. And we sitting there like, where the fuck is her husband? Like Raina's like calling the nigga, like, come back up here.
Well, you let me say this. So you know that the show premise, even though I understand that Monique left, people do love dynamics that four you guys had on the show. And so yes, they can be replaced if said couple does remove themselves or whatever. But I just want I just want you to understand that you guys as a foursome people do love. I love y'all as a foursome. It's just I know life happens. I'm in this world. I'm 47. Trust me, it's been stuff that happened to me too. So I get it. But I'm just saying, I know people, viewers, love y'all together. And it's gonna be a split. Fans are gonna split. I'm just telling you what's gonna happen. So it's gonna be
I
crazy.
understand. I mean, I think the business guy in me, in the event we had to coexist another season, the
Hmm.
business guy in me could make it happen, but
Okay.
the personal relationship is it's a wrap.
Did. Okay. So you've had
And,
to do another
and it's
season,
just
y'all would do
because
it.
some stuff that happened, which you'll see, and then the end of the season, then we could get all the way into it, like exactly what I'm saying. But I don't
Gotcha.
want
That's fine.
to.
No, no,
When
you
you
know I'm
say
not gonna do that.
yeah, when you say stuff that like attacks my household, we not rebounding from that. And then when I do my little digging and investigating, I found out really where that came from. Like
Mm.
you, you like you terrible. Like I can't wait till this shit come on.
First of all, you're an officer. You've the court. You've done this before. So do people not understand that you digging and looking into stuff, even if you're retired. I know retired police officers who've been retired for 30 some years can make one phone call to this day. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't matter. Been gone for 40 years, could call somebody, hey, can you get it up? Boom, like that. So people
and
understand that y'all connected forever.
and it's just talking to people. You just subliminally talk to the right person, get them to say what you was already thinking, and then it should just come right out, like clear as day. Like that's what I thought. Okay, now I know
Damn.
where that came from.
Well, you're gonna have to come back on after the season and we're gonna really get into it. Because I'm gonna probably talk to everybody. You know me, I'm gonna talk to everybody, but you were the first interview, well, your wife also, but you was the first interview I did on the first season. So I was like, I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna talk to him because I want to know. Because you've been so quiet. Like I said, I'm gonna be honest. A lot of people say, like, you've been quiet, and respectful. You haven't really said much. And then when stuff comes out, they're gonna be like, okay, this is why he didn't say anything. So it's gonna probably make sense to a lot of people. But that's why I kind of want to get, Jamie, you straight up. So I just wanted to get you on here so you said you got to say. But I need you to come back on
Yeah,
after.
I think I would have been a lot more vocal, but at some point you just get tired of arguing with people who it's a waste of energy. And I'm 50 now. I'm not arguing with nobody in their 30s and way younger than me. It's like I'm not doing it. Like whatever you say, whatever that makes you happy, then ride with that. But them 11 episodes plus them 3 reunions gonna talk enough for me. I don't even gotta say nothing. And
Mm.
I don't want to hear the editing and production because some of them scenes I was right there, and God forbid if they to show everything that's not on there, it'd be a whole nother conversation. So that's like the double-edged sword. You could complain about the good shit that wasn't said, but they
Mm.
also they didn't show some bad shit that was said. That's a whole nother story.
Right. And that's reality TV as a whole, to be honest. I mean, and then y'all are, I'm just gonna be honest, y'all are people of color. So it's unfortunately you have y'all all four of you guys have a lot on your shoulders. And I'm also gonna say this, just being a blogger, black women and black men in reality TV, the edits are always bad. It just that's what it is. Honestly, y'all always get really bad edits, unfortunately. So, you guys, I just want to see something positive happen for everybody. That's my opinion. And, y'all are all transparent people. It's just shitty. It's life. Life is lifing. It is what it is. So, I mean, y'all grown. Anybody over here 20 years old or kids, everybody grown. So what do you got
I'm
to
the oldest.
say?
I'm the
Oh,
oldest of all of us. So
I'm right there, right, Jamie. I'm right. I know I look young. But I'm right there with you. I'm 47. I
no,
just turned 47 this year.
so people our age just not gonna entertain certain shit. Like I'm just not gonna do it. Like I
Jamie,
know I was
yes,
doing.
that's true.
I know when I was 20. I know you were in elementary school, and I know what I was doing. So what we talking?
At the same time, Jamie, at the same time, if I need to handle my business online, I will. And you've seen me do it with other people. You've seen me do it. I will go the fuck in. Okay, it is what it is. I'm a
About?
cancer too. Baby, I don't play. I try not to because I am a certain age and people do look up to me. I'm not gonna lie. I do, and I move in different areas as far as getting interviews with different people and different things. And so yeah, I try to chill, but I'm not gonna not be myself. I'm not, you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying, Jamie? This
yeah,
is what it is.
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
not.
I think you know that about me too. But I also realize that the amount of eyes that's on us, and I speak for me and Raina,
Hmm.
I'm not going to look a certain way no more for for the bullshit. Like I got some
Period.
eyes on me now that's levels above this.
Well, no, y'all move in different corners too. Y'all don't just do. That's one thing I love about the two of you guys. You guys are a couple. You guys are a family, but you guys are also, to me, it's a whole brand. You two together is a brand, is a business. Just being
Yeah,
honest. And you guys do other things outside the show that y'all were doing before the show even started. I know this. I did my research. So you guys, I've interviewed you guys, talked to you 100 times. So you guys are a good business. You're a good brand. I always admire and look up to you guys. You know what I'm saying? The way y'all move. It's very, very smart. So for me, it's like they will be crazy to get rid of the two of you guys, but at the same time, they'll be crazy to get rid of two of them as well. I'm just playing devil advocate, Jamie. You know me. I'm just being honest. So for you to say as a businessman, I would continue if I had to, but the personal stuff is done. That just shows your character and shows you as a businessman. For you to say I can still do another season, but the personal is done. So would that translate on camera to you if y'all decide to do a whole other season again and you know how you feel? How would that translate on
Yeah,
camera?
I
Because you can
think I
only hide
think
so much.
I think with me, what you would see is where I will bite my tongue or probably not really. I know they call it shade.
Yes.
It wouldn't be shade. It would be directly like in your face, like that's you know what I'm saying. Like that would be the difference. Like before, I would probably say I ain't gonna say that because this might go left.
Okay.
Now I'm gonna say it because I don't care. That would be the difference. So we gonna either have it out and move on, or we just gonna keep having it out for 10 episodes, and it's gonna be. I'm just
Okay.
not biting my everything with me is like once you get the Jamie that's on 1,000, that's what you get from now on. That we were on the other side of me for the first season in the first
Hmm.
half. Second half and beyond is 1,000. And Raina know when I hunker down, ain't no motherfucking coming back. Like Raina know, I'm not fucking doing it, and it is what it is. And she can be like, oh Lord, like
It
yeah,
is what I mean. It is what it is. That's why I said that. That's why I said this year. This year, I feel like that it's going to be. People are not going to be used to what's about to pop off. In my opinion, it's going to be a lot of talk. This season is going to probably be trending. I have a feeling. So it is what it is.
oh,
It's going to be good
oh yeah,
TV, but you know what I'm
yeah.
saying. It's going to be good TV, but at the same time, a lot of shit going to be said. I just know it is. But
Yeah. I honestly think this gonna be the best one out of the whole anything we've ever done because it's drama filled and it's. I mean, I ain't gonna say the word it's shade. It's shade times 10. Is hate, jealousy. Uh, you gonna see a whole nother side of Raina. Like it's. I mean, I already saw it, so I might be a little biased, but I already know that the Twitter trolls gonna be doing their thing. They're gonna be busy at work.
well, I'm be busy too. Okay.
So you gonna be
Oh,
busy. Trust and believe.
you know what I mean.
And what I'm gonna do, cause the petty guy I am, when they send them
Hmm.
little clips to put on, I'm putting the ones I want everybody to see. Like here, this focus on this, cause this is I want y'all to pay attention to this. There's so much shit that like I know y'all gonna see it, and I'm like they need to really pay attention to these how they say words matter because these words
Yes.
gonna matter on
Hmm.
this hand. Certain words started war, and you gonna see this shit clear as day. Like this is what Jamie was talking about.
Well, Jamie, I appreciate you coming on here, man. You told some stuff, babe. I ain't gonna lie to you today. It was some firepower over here. I ain't gonna lie. It was okay. But it's
And what's
always been
great.
like that though.
And look, and what's great, you'll get Raina next time, and she'll give you a whole
Oh, I
another
know.
version. All this
I
stuff.
think it's already. I think it's your wife's time, Jamie. I think it's her time. Like I think it's wonderful that she has this. The queen, the nice. I think it's wonderful she has this, but I think it's time for that firepower. I think sometimes how mama sometimes got the daddy do it the whole time, but then mama got to come through. Cause I had a mama like that where she was quiet, but when she came out, it was just like damn. So Arena gives me that. Like what I'm saying. Like if my mama blew up, baby, y'all better get out of here. Like y'all think that she's sweet and kind? Oh no. So Irena gives me that. So it's her time. It's her time.
Kamisha, Kamisha, it's on the way. I promise you.
Well, thank
But
you, Jamie.
14 episodes is on the way.
14.
Promise.
Okay.
You gonna
I
see.
I look, got a lot coming up. I'm gonna have you come back on here again. I appreciate you coming on here today. I know you had some things going on. Your wife will be on here next. But I appreciate you. Just gonna probably drop tonight sometime. But man, I thank you for coming on and talking your shit as always.
No problem. I appreciate the opportunity.
All right, yeah, this is Cameshia Reviews. The queen of reality TV. We will back next time. We'll be talking about the season with the panel when it comes back on in January, of course. And of course, we're gonna have the king come back on her and the queen very soon. But once again, it's Queen of Reality TV out. One thing I want you guys to know, and that nothing that will never change about this, I am the queen
of reality TV. Don't get it twisted and don't doubt it. It is what it is. Period.